Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome to this Planet Coaster 2 video taking a look at 7 things you missed during the reveal. I say 7 things you missed, it's actually 7 things I missed, but I can't call the video 7 things I missed, that sounds stupid, so it's 7 things you missed. Stupid. First of all, food trucks are a thing, maybe, possibly, could be. This is part of the key art picture. For those of you who don't know, the key art is sort of like an artist's impression of one big photo that sort of really sums up what the game's going to be. And whilst it does look like this key art is generated with in-game assets, it is just that, an artist's impression, so you have to take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt. But we can see here a gulpy truck that is serving some guests a nice drink. In other screenshots that actually are in-game, we do see this truck a few times, and I saw both of those light pieces, the 6 bulb and the 3 bulb, in the demo I saw, and I think you see them around the screenshots as well. So those pieces are pretty much verbatim from the actual game. This suggests to me that we might have the counter style service buildings rather than them having to be in the big brick box that they come in, and we can build something like this custom that sits on the path. Little trucks that sell drinks or donuts or something like this are a key staple of theme parks and water parks. I've waited for these for a long time, and I don't mean to overreact here, but if these are in the game I can die happy. We also have a vegan option. Interestingly, this came around in Planet Coaster 2 and not Planet Zoo, where the ecological aspects of the game is a little bit more prevalent. Still, Viva La Vegan is one of the new brands that we can have. I am an honest-to-goodness omnivore and therefore a terrible person, but for those of you who are a little bit more enlightened and removed the need for flesh from your palate, this is going to be a great option for your parks, and I'm really happy to see it in the game. The pools don't have to be completely enclosed in path, unlike Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 Soaked, where the pools had to be surrounded by path. Here we can see in numerous points of the screenshots areas where the path comes to the edge of the pool and the pool carries on, meaning you can build some awesome little terrain slides like these and just have a lot more creative options with how you put your part together. Honestly, it seems like a given, but if anyone remembers the original Planet Coaster and how limiting we were regarding how close things could go to each other and how it all fit together, rides couldn't be so close to paths, scenery couldn't be so close to rides. It's really great to see these sort of open options in the game from launch. One thing I will say whilst I'm looking at it is we haven't seen anything yet like a skim pool or a pool that just is there for slides to go into. This poor girl on this tiny little kiddie slide is about to fall into about 2 meters worth of water. She had a good run. One thing I didn't do in my original update was to go over all of the types of slide pieces that I saw. Some of these are in the original trailer, some of them in the screenshots, and some of them were just in the press version that I got to see, but I thought I'd list them all here now. First of all, the trapdoor. We see this one in the trailer. It's a relatively newer type of entry point for slides, but really popular and kind of crazy. Normally they sit a little bit further onto the platform and you access them from the side or from the front. I imagine for gameplay reasons they actually sit on the edge of a platform here, and it looks like the characters enter them from behind. That's fine, that's different enough. You can always put a fake platform in front of them, I'm sure. Anyway, they're crazy. I did it once and I never have to do it again. Don't try and make me. My mum said I never have to do it again, so there. Looping flumes. These are only briefly mentioned in the press release. I'm just hoping that they look more like this and less like this. They also showed off transparent sections, which look super fun. A bowl section here in this screenshot just dropping into the pool, which is a bit more of an older fashioned version of it. I went on one of these years ago at Waterworld in Stoke-on-Trent. Normally I think now they have a bit in the middle that you go into and carry on with the tube. There is one that looks a little bit more like that in the key art actually, so maybe that'll be an option as well. Spheres were shown. I think I've done one of these before. It's usually like a rubber ring ride, and you go in and it sort of drops you into the sphere and you swish about a bit in it before carrying on into the next part of the slide. They're good fun. They showed off 2 different types of half pipe. One, this sort of like full half pipe that looked like a Venus flytrap. These things are crazy. I don't think I've been on one of these before. You sort of splooge into the area and hit up to the sides, and they make it just big enough so that you don't fall over the edge, I suppose, and you know, even if you do, the edge is spiky, so you'll just explode. Then also this more boomerang style version of it, where you come down from a pipe into the boomerang and then down, and down then like a flat piece into the water. And then also multi-lane or racing slides as well. These were only showed in the key art. I don't think I saw these during our demo, but again, just a classic kind of slide that you'd expect to see in water parks. Splash zones were mentioned in an article that came out today that otherwise I don't think had any new information in it. It re-showed the trailer and a few of the screenshots we'd already seen, but I skimmed through all of the document, and the only thing that I came across that hadn't been mentioned before, I think, was these two words, splash zones. What they mean, who knows? Maybe they just mean like a themed area where the water ride would splash you. What I'm hoping it means is something more akin to a splash pad, either sort of a larger concreted area that kids can have water falling on them like you would find at parks in North America, or what I would absolutely adore for this to be is like a full-on assault course style. You know what I mean. The thing with the big bucket on top. Oh my god, if we can build those, please, Frontier, please give us these and make them sort of bits that we can build ourselves. I can't even do words. Look, I can't do words because of how excited I am. Water coasters were very briefly mentioned as well. Now, we already had the Macrise version of the water coaster in Planet Coaster 1. I've actually been working on the most boring version of it ever. We used it to make a little boat ride in Pinewood Hills. But in the press release, they specifically pointed out new water coasters. So that could be something like the Power Splash from Macrides, or it could be another type of water slide that uses water to propel the buggies up the slide, something like the Cheetah Chase in Indianapolis. That would be pretty neat as well, I guess. And finally, drop tracks were announced. I say they were announced. This was part of a Q&A that was after the media presentation we got. What I'm showing you on the screen is all we know. The pessimistic Brit in me is hoping that the Frontier media person didn't think we meant like vertical drop coasters, such as the one in the trailer. The optimistic Canadian in me is like, yay, drop tracks. So there you go, 7 things that slightly went under the radar for me. Maybe they did for you as well. Let me know if any of these are new to you. Which one are you most excited about? I teased Meanderville the other day, which is going to be our Planet Coaster 2 project. I'll also be looking at doing some water park stuff as soon as the game launches as well, just because I'm going to be excited to dive into that sort of stuff. Dive in. Because of water, you know. Thanks for watching. Love you all to bits. Till the next one, be good.